Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't know.
Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today we are making a jumpsuit, a stylish halter neck jumpsuit, as you can see. So guys, if you're interested, continue watching and don't skip any part of this video so you understand it all. And before we continue, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up so that other people can benefit from the video as well. Thank you so much. So guys, I'm going to draft with this pattern paper. This is the material I'll use for the jumpsuit. The reason why I'm making use of this paper is so that it will be more clear for everybody to understand. So after drafting with this paper, I'll quickly transfer it to the fabric. Okay, so let's get started. So we are going to start with the half length, which is the upper part. Then after that, we'll now go over to the down part, which is the trouser part. So like I said, I'm drafting with this pattern paper for everybody to see it very well. And first thing first, I've marked out my starting point line. This line represents the shoulder line as well. On the shoulder line, I'll add my shoulder measurement, which is 16 divided by 2/8. The neck width for this particular style will be 2.5 because it has a bishop collar. You can make it 3 inches for a plus size. So I'll come down by 1 inch to slope the shoulder and connect to the neck width. So this is now my shoulder line. On the shoulder slope, I'll add my armhole depth. My armhole depth is 8 inches, but for this style I'm going to make it 7.5 inches so that it will not be open at the armhole at all. Okay, so I deduct ½ inch from my armhole depth. So to get your armhole depth, as usual, you divide your round armhole by 2 and then place it here, or your bust circumference divide by 6, whatever you have. You add 1.5 inches to that to get your armhole depth. So whichever method you choose to do is okay. So minus ½ inch, I have 7.5. Then I'm going to connect. So on the armhole depth, I'm going to insert my bust circumference divided by 4. I'm making use of 39 inches. Divided by 4 is 9.75, which is here. Okay, so I'm going to connect there. I'll draw my front armhole curve now. So having done that, from shoulder to my bust point, is 10 inches. So from shoulder to my half length is 17 inches. Because I'm making a jumpsuit. If not, I will make use of 16 inches. So I increase it by 1 inch because it's a jumpsuit. I don't want the trouser part to be too high. So my half length is 17. I'll be adding 1 inch for sewing allowance or joining allowance, making it 18. So I'm going to rule out the line now. So my bust circumference is 9.75. I've already marked it here. I'm going to add 2 inches for sewing allowance and 2 inches here, and I'll connect. Coming to the waistline, my measurement here is 35 inches. 35 divided by 4 will give us 8.75. I'll add my 1 inch for that and 2 inches sewing allowance and connect. So for my dart, I will make use of the bust span, which is the distance from one bust to the other. For me is 4 inches. That is 3.7 inches divided by 2, 3.5 plus ½ inch for allowance, making it 4. So on that point, I'm going to measure 1.5 inches and my dart will start there. So I'm going to connect. So the next step is to add 1/2 inch on both sides, 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here, and connect like so. So the next step is to add my neckline. The neck width is 2.5. I said for a plus size you can make it 3 inches because we are making a bishop collar. So the neck depth is going to be 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. So I'll draw my round neck. So this is the basic bodice. Okay, so but because of the style we are making, I'm going to come to the neckline here and I'll measure 2 inches. 2 inches here and mark. The wideness of this place from here to here is going to be 3 inches. So 3 divided by 2, 1.5. So I'm supposed to mark 1.5 inches here. But I marked 2 inches for sewing allowance. So the extra 1/2 inch there represents my sewing allowance. So I'm not going to add another sewing allowance here. Do you understand? So I haven't marked my 2 inches. From that point, from here, this is 2 inches, remember? So from that point, I'll come down by 3 inches. 3 inches, like so. And I'll draw a straight line. Can you see? So from here now, from this point, I'm going to connect to the armhole. So after that, I'm going to blend here so that the curve will be smooth. Can you see what I have? So when I'm cutting, I'll cut from here like this. Do you get? So that's it for the halter neck. Then the next step is to measure, because we are making a bishop collar as well. So I'll be drafting out my collar. So for that, I'm going to measure the neckline. I'll measure this line and write it down, because you know I'm going to cut out that point. So I'll measure this line and write it down. So I have 5 inches. So I'll write 5 inches. 5 inches for this place. Okay? So this is it for the front side. I'm going to draft the back part here before I cut. So to do that, I'm going to draw a straight line like so. After this straight line, the next step is to add my zipper allowance. 2 inches zipper allowance. I'll add my shoulder measurement of 8 inches, the neck width of 2.5, slope the shoulder by 1 and connect. My armhole depth is 7.5. So I'll add my bust circumference of 9.75 and connect. From shoulder to my bust point, as usual, is 10 inches. Shoulder to my half length, 18. That is 17 plus 1 inch for joining allowance, 18. So I'll rule out the lines. So I'll bring down my bust circumference measurement and we are going to add 2 inches sewing allowance. And equally bring it down. So before I add my dart for the back side, I will remove the zipper bulge by adding ½ inch here. ½ inch on the zipper allowance, and I'll come here and measure the same ½ inch. This is to help us remove zipper bulge at the back side. So instead of the zip line going straight forward, it's going to be slanted in order for the zip to balance at the back. So this is what I have for the zipper allowance towards the waistline. So I will not make use of this one anymore. Do you understand? So this is our line. If I want to cut, I'll cut from here. Okay? So from this line, I'll add my bust span for my dart, which is 4 inches. And for the length of the dart at the back side, so I'll go up by 1 inch and connect. So my dart is done. So I'm going to add my waist measurements here. That is 8.75. Then I'll replace my dart and add 2 inches for sewing allowance and connect. So the neckline for the back side, my neck width is 2.5. The neck depth is going to be half inch. Then I'll connect. So this is the neckline for the back. I'm going to extend it to the zipper allowance like this. Okay, so I haven't done that. I'm going to measure what I have and write it down as well for the collar. So what I have here is 4.5. So I'll write it down, 4.5 inches. So for the halter neck, I'll measure 2 inches as well and mark. So I've marked my 2 inches. From that point, I'll come down by 5 inches and mark. So here I have 2 inches. I'll connect with a straight line like that, like this. So from here, I'm going to connect to the armhole. So this is what I have. The same thing, I'm going to blend the curve like this. So this is it for the halter neck for both front and back. So the next step is for us to cut it out, and then I'm going to draft the collar. Do you understand? At this point, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up so that others can benefit from it as well. So if you're making a normal half length, that is basic bodice half length, then this joining allowance will play out. Do you understand? The shoulder joining allowance will play out. So there's nothing like that. We are not going to have any shoulder joining. The collar is going to connect the front and back as far as this style is concerned. So guys, after cutting it like that, the next step is to draft the collar, and then we'll proceed to cut with the fabric. I have this piece of paper here. I'll mark a straight line here, and I'll just draw a line at the center here. This is the back side and this is the front side. So on the front side, I'll add my measurements. This is for the front side, 5 inches. So I'll come towards this side. I'll add 5 inches towards this side to the front side, 5 inches. Do you understand? And this is 4.5 inches is for the back side. I'll measure 4.5 inches and mark. That is the measurement we got when I measured the neckline. Do you understand? So having done that, the wideness of my collar is going to be 1 inch. But I'm going to measure 2 inches and use half inches to join the both sides. So after sewing the collar, we'll be left with 1 inch, for the wideness of the collar. Do you understand? So at the center line here, I'll mark 2 inches and this is the back side. I'll equally mark 2 inches and connect. Do you understand? It's very simple to make. So this is 5 inches for the front side. At that point, I'll measure 3 inches. 3 inches like this and mark. So here I'll remove 1 inch and I'll connect from here to 2 inches. From here to here is 2 inches. From here to here is 1 inch. So I'm going to connect from here to here. Can you see? And I'll connect from here to here as well. So having gotten that, the next step is to come here at this tip here, at this point here. I'll measure 1/2 inch. I'll measure 1/2 inch there, like this. So I'll connect from this 1/2 inch back to this point, so that the collar will have a nice shape. If you don't do this, you won't get the result you are expecting. Okay, so this is it for the collar. This is the back side and this is the front side. The front side is in a curvy shape because of the shape of the round neck at the front. Very, very important. So I'm going to cut it out now. So guys, to cut the front side, I'll place my fabric on fold and I'll place this side at this closed side. Okay, so I'm going to place it like this and cut. So guys, we are going to cut out the collar now, and you know the material is on fold. So to cut it, this is the front side. The side that has curvy shape is the front side. So I'll just place it at the edge like this. I'll place it at the edge like this and cut. So guys, this is what I have after cutting. Can you see the shape of the collar now? So I'll use this to cut another one because it's supposed to be 2. So I have 2 pieces of the collar. So I'll go ahead and attach my fusible interfacing here, and I'll cut my lining for the half length. So guys, I've cut out my lining. As you can see, this is the back side and this is the collar. I've equally attached the fusible interfacing on both sides. I'm going to stitch like this. This is the back side. I'll stitch the zipper side and stitch here all through and turn to the right side and pick my dart. We are not going to sew here. We are not closing this side. So the same thing with the front side. I'll sew here, and leave this place open. I'll turn to the right side and pick my dart, and I'll be right back. So guys, after joining the half length, this is how it looks. And like I said, I didn't close this side. And this is the collar. I've joined the collar on one side. This is the curvy part of the collar, so I didn't sew there. So I close this side. I'm going to attach here to the bodice. Do you understand? So I'm going to stop here for now. and then we'll join the pants before we couple the entire jumpsuit. So guys, for the down part of the jumpsuit, which is the trouser part, I'll be making use of this pants that we drafted the other time. So if you don't know how to go about this, if you have not watched the video of the drafting of this pants, I'll leave the link of the video in the description box of this video or in the comment section. Please go ahead and click to watch so you understand this part. Do you understand? So make sure you watch it. I'm going to be doing some modification to this pants in order for us to achieve the jumpsuit. Okay? So I'll start with the front part. This is the front. I'm going to bring an extra sheet of paper and join to the waistline like this. So I'll use my sellotape to join the paper. I've joined the piece of paper to the pants. So we are going to do some modification. The reason why I have to do this is to save time instead of repeating all these things that I've done before. So we'll just continue from here. The best thing you can do is to just click on the video and watch it. Okay? So you know, during the drafting of this pants, I took away 1.5 inches. Do you understand? For the band. I took away 1.5 inches for the band. So because we are making a jumpsuit with the same pants, what I will do is just to replace the 1.5 inches to the waist, and I'm going to add extra 2 inches. So everything I'll be adding here will be 3.5 inches. Have you seen that? So having done that, I'm going to extend the crotch line to meet the 3.5 inches. It's as simple as that. Can you see? So instead of extending this line to meet this line, what I will do is to add my waist measurement here. You know, during the drafting of the upper part, which is the half length, my waist measurement there is 35 inches. Because it's at the upper waist, not the navel. Okay? So, but for this one, I use my navel point waist measurement. And for this pant, I made use of 36 inches as my waist measurement because it's at the actual waist measurement, the navel area. I hope you understand. So, at this point, my waist measurement is 35. So, 35 divided by 4 will give me 8.75, which is here. Can you see? And I'm going to add my dart, which is 1 inch from there. So I'm going to take this line to that point. So we have gotten the waist measurement that will fit in with the half length. Do you understand? So that is it for here. So the next thing I'll do is to measure here. I'll measure here for the dart, and I have 4.5. I'll place the 4.5 inches here to extend the dart. So the next is to add ½ inch on both sides. So this is the dart I'll be making use of now. So no longer here. Do you understand? So guys, the next thing I'll be doing is to recreate my pocket opening. I'll measure 2 inches here and mark. So if you don't want the pocket opening to be as wide as this is 10 inches. If you don't want it as wide as this, you can come up here by 1 inch and then you redraw the pocket. Do you understand? But I'll leave it like this. There's no problem with that. And if I check the crotch depth from the waist measurement, I'll have 12.25. 12.25 is now my crotch depth instead of what we have here before. So this is how you modify the pant in order to use it for jumpsuit. I'll cut out now. Remember, I didn't add sewing allowance. I'll do that while cutting on the fabric. See what we have. So this is it for the front side. I'm going to modify the back side as well. So I'll join this with a sellotape. So guys, I will add my 3.5 inches to the back side as well. So after this line, the next thing I'll be doing is to take this crotch line to meet the 3.5 inches like this. So I'm going to measure 8.75, that's 35 inches divided by 4. Then I'll add my dart allowance of 1 inch. So I'll take this line to that point. And after that, I'm going to measure here to add my dart 4.5, and this is 4.5. I'll connect it to the line. So this is what we have as our dart now. So if you measure the crotch depth for the back side, we have 15 inches because the back is always longer than the front. It's as simple as that. So after that, the next is to cut it out. So guys, this is it for the back side after modification, and this is it for the front side of the pants. So having done that, the next step is to cut with my fabric, and then we'll add all the necessary allowance. But before that, I'm going to add my zipper allowance to this back side. Okay, we'll add zipper allowance to this back side because our zipper is going to extend to the back side of the pant. Do you understand? So I'll get a piece of paper as well, and I'm going to place it like this and join. So guys, after joining, the next step is to add my zipper allowance. On the half length, I added 2 inches for zipper allowance, so I'll do that here. So guys, this is the back side in a complete form because of the zipper allowance. So guys, I've cut on my material. After cutting, this is what I have. This is the front side, and I added my hemming allowance and all the sewing allowance I need. If you don't know how to join trouser, watch the video of the sewing part of this pant. I'll also leave the link for you to click and watch on how to sew pockets and other things to join the trouser completely. This is my pocket. If you don't know how to do that, just watch that video. You will learn everything, okay? So the first thing I'll be doing to join the trouser is to join the crotch line. So I'll join the 2 crotch line. I'll fix my pocket and then I will join it to the half length. So guys, after sewing the half length and the pants, I join the two of them together and shape it at the two sides. So I'm done sewing the jumpsuit. As you can see, we are using the collar to join the front and back. There's no shoulder here. Okay, so the next step is to attach the collar to the neckline, and we are going to do that now. This is the back side after joining it. So I'll open it up, and this is what I have as the back side. Before I fix the collar, I'm going to take away this allowance, the allowance I use in sewing the zipper side. I'll cut it out from this collar. You know, when I cut the collar, I included the zipper allowance, everything. But you know, after sewing the zipper side, that is this side, after sewing it in, it has reduced. It's no longer the complete zipper allowance. So this allowance that I use in sewing the zipper side, I'll cut it out from this collar so that it will not be too much. Do you understand? So I'm going to cut out like something like this on both sides. Do you understand? So we're going to fix it now. The first thing I'll do is to fold this into two and take the midpoint. I'll notch the center. So after doing that, I'm going to fold this. I'll fold the collar into two as well and notch the center. I'll notch the center. Can you see? So I'm going to fix it. I'll place it like this, notch to notch, and I'll pin it. So having pinned the front side, then I'll bring the collar to the back. This is the back side, and this is one part of the back side, the zipper side. So I'll just bring it like this, both the zipper allowance, everything, and I'll place it like this and pin. The same thing to here. I'll bring this one, open it up. Remember, we're pinning on one side. We're pinning on one side. I'll bring this one, open this up and pin. So I'm done pinning, and this is what I have. Can you see? So I'm going to go over to the machine and stitch. I'll stitch like this, like this. We are not sewing the two collars, so just shift. We are going to shift this and then stitch only one side to the end. So guys, after stitching, this is what I have. So the next step is to fold in this allowance, and I'll use this second collar to cover it up. So you fold in allowance and then you place it like this. When I come to this side, I'll equally fold here as if I sew something here. I'll just fold in this side and then fold in this side again. Can you see? And then top stitch. We are sewing on top. So guys, I'm done fixing the collar, and after that I went ahead to fix my zipper at the back, and this is what I have. Can you see? So this is it for the jumpsuit, and this is the down part. The jumpsuit is looking so nice. So if you like it, please go ahead and give it a try. Try it out and let me know your result in the comment section. And if you have any question, please leave it in the comment section as well. I'll attend to it. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so it will reach every other person for them to benefit as well. I'll be trying it out for us to appreciate what we have. So thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'll see you again. For now, it is bye-bye.